Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so in the last videos rather, we have discussed, so ano nga ba yung um, paano natin i-construct yung YP natin when it contains or involving polynomials. Okay, so and then the other one is involving sine x and cosine x. So today, so we will be talking about those that are containing e alpha x. Okay, so without further ado, in order to better understand, we need to have an example. Okay, so we'll have start our first example. So let it be this. Okay, so it contains a base of natural logarithm. So e to the power of 5x. So if this is the case, again, your first thing you should do, just like any other non-homogeneous second order differential equations or non-homogeneous linear differential equations in general, so you should do the construct the uh, auxiliary equation. So it will become r squared minus r is equal to 0. Okay? Here, it's r squared and this is r. So we got r times r minus 1 is equal to 0. So we got r is equal to 0 and r minus 1 is equal to 0. So r is equal to 1. Okay. So therefore, this is case 1. The template for that case 1 is YC for the homogeneous, the solution to homogeneous DE is C1 e to the r sub 1 x plus C2 e to the r sub 2 x. Okay, so this is here we have YC is equal to C1 e to the power of 0x plus C2 e to the power of 1x. So therefore, YC, you simplify, is just C e to the power of 0 is 1. So C1 plus C2 e to the power of x. So this is the homogeneous part of your solution. Okay? So the next thing we do, now, okay? So the next thing we do now is to determine the YP. Okay, so if it contains e to the power of alpha x, so the alpha here is 5. So we should determine your e, your base of your e to the power of alpha x. Okay, so our YP should be in the form of a to the power of e to the power of alpha x. Okay, just simple as that. Okay, so ganun lang kasimple. Okay, so here it will become e to the power of 5x. So that's it. So therefore, without further ado, y, okay, the first differential of y is equivalent to 5a e to the power of 5x, and y double prime is 25a to the e to the power of 5x. Okay. So if that's the case, so we will replace. Okay, so y bar is here. So it will become 25a e to the power of 5x minus 5a e to the power of 5x is equal to e to the power of 5x. So therefore, we only have one coefficient. So the coefficient is e to the power of 5x. So the coefficient of e to the power of 5x is equivalent to 25 minus 5. So we got 20a is equal to 1. So therefore, A is equal to 1 over 20. So therefore, our YP, the particular solution will be 1 over 20 e to the power of 5x. So we now have solved the problem completely. So y is equal to yc plus yp is equivalent to c1 plus c2 e to the x plus 1 over 20 e to the 5x. So just as simple as that. Okay? So ganyan lang kasimple yung solution natin. That is if it contains e to the power of alpha x. Okay? So what if it is in combination? Okay? Still the same. Okay? So let's have our second example. Okay? So we have y single prime minus y is equal to, let us say, e to the power of x and e to the power of 2x. So how do we solve this one? Okay, so simple. First, we solve it using auxiliary equation. Okay, sorry. It should be double because it is second order. So y double prime. So y double prime minus y rather. So auxiliary equation will be r squared minus 1 is equal to 0. So therefore, we got r plus 1 and r minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, by factoring, so we got r is negative 1 and the other r is equal to 1. So therefore, our solution yc is equal to, since this is second order, case 1, so we got c1 e to the power of x plus c2 e to the power of x. Okay, so don't worry. So if you are trying to solve this one and then your r interchange, just like reverse on what I have written here on the board, so it is still acceptable. Okay, let's say you put the positive x here instead of here, positive x here and negative x here, so it doesn't matter. It's still acceptable and correct answer. Okay. So this is it. So how about your YP? So our YP here should be, since this is 2e to the power of x and e to the 2x, so we assume your YP as a to the power of ex and then plus b e to the power of 2x. Okay. Okay. So what to do next? So we determine y bar, okay? As soon as we differentiate yp, first differential will be a to the power of ex plus 2b e to the power of 2x. So therefore, y double prime is a e to the power of x plus 4b e to the 2x. So therefore, we replace it. So we got a e to the power of x plus 4b e to the power of 2x minus y, which is a e to the power of x plus b e to the power of 2x. Okay, so we got is equivalent to e sub x plus e to the power of 2x. Okay. So what do we do now? So we equate this one. So the coefficient of e to the power of x will be equal to a minus a is equal to e to the power of x. So now, this starts a problem. Therefore, we could not get e to the power of x here because a minus a will be equal to 0. A minus a rather. Okay? So this is undefined. So we could not contain in terms of e to the power of x. Okay, so what would be our solution? Okay, so what can be our solution to this problem? So therefore, this one has no solution. Okay, so you rather have e0 to the e to the power of x, so it is undefined. So this is no solution. Okay, so just a trivial answer for that one. So why? It also has a root which has e to the power of x at its y c. Okay, c2 to the e to the x here. So you got already e to the power of x here. So actually this has no solution. Okay? So this has no solution. So therefore, we need to be vigilant. So not everything, not every second order linear differential equation has a solution. In this case, we could not get yp, so there we have no particular yp, so therefore we could not solve this whole non-homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so without further ado, maybe I will proceed with our another example. Okay. So what if it's like this? Okay. And then let us add one more. So let us say it should be e to the x also. Okay. So let us make it okay. So we got auxiliary equation as usual. So we get the auxiliary equation. It will be r squared minus 2r plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So in order to be sure, I will make it directly to the quadratic equation. So if I'm not sure, over 2. Okay, so we got the negative b here is 2. So negative of negative 2 plus negative 2 squared minus 4, 1 times 3 over 2 times 1. So therefore, we got r is equals to 2 plus 4 minus 12 over 2. So this is equivalent to 2 plus minus 8i, okay, over 2. Since this is square root of negative 8, so we got imaginary number. So therefore, we got, there is 4 inside here, so it is equivalent to 2 plus minus 2 square root of 2. Okay. We remove the 4 inside, so square root of 4 is 2 over 2. So therefore, r is equal to 1 plus minus square root of 2. Okay, so this is case 3, in which we have unimaginary roots. So therefore, our solution will be y is equal to e to the power of alpha x c1 sine beta x plus c2 cosine beta x. Okay, so alpha here is equal to 1 and beta here is equal to square root of 2. So therefore, we got y is equal to, okay, so this is the yc. Yep, so y e to the power of x, then c1 sine square root of 2x plus c2 cosine square root of 2x. So this is your homogeneous solution. So what about yp? Okay, so we have 2 e to the power of something. So we just combine, okay? So if it is combined in form, so we just combine. So we got a, we could assume undetermined coefficients a e to the power of 4x plus b e to the power of x. So we got y single prime is equivalent to 4a e to the power of 4x plus b e to the power of x. And then y double prime will be 16 a e to the power of 4x plus b e to the power of x. So therefore, when we replace it, so we got 16a e to the power of 4x plus b e to the x minus 2 times the y prime 4a e to the power of 4x plus b e to the power of x plus 3y, which is a e to the power of 4x plus b e to the power of x should be equal to e to the power of 4x plus e to the x. So we got two coefficients, the coefficient of e to the 4x and the coefficient of e to the 5x. So the e to the 4x here is 16a, my 16 minus 8 is 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. So we got 11a is equivalent to 1. So therefore, a is 1 over 11. Then the coefficient of e to the x, here, we got b minus 2b is equal to negative b plus 3b is equal to 2b. So we got 2b is equal to 1, which is the coefficient of e to the power of x here. So we got b is equal to 1/2. So we got now the yp. So therefore, our particular solution is 1 over 11 e to the power of 4x plus 1/2 e to the power of x. And then the final solution is equal to y is equal to yc plus yp. So you just add those two. We got e to the power of x c1 sine square root of 2x plus c2 cosine square root of 2x. Okay? So that is okay. So that's what I mean. So you just add yc and yp. So we got, so therefore, our solution is just we add yc and yp. So by that, so we plus 1 over 11 e to the power of 4x plus 1/2 e to the power of x. So this will be your final solution for our third example. So this is the final solution. Okay, so this is the problem, this is the solution until here. Okay, so since this is a video, you can just crop out. Okay, you just rewind the portion of the video that you want to repeat. Okay, so Thanks. Thank you for listening.